everyone, it's QueenVLionz back to you with another video. This video is an update on a story I did a few weeks ago about the 10-year-old child being violated in Ohio and having to travel to Indiana to get an abortion. Again, this is an update of a story I did a few weeks ago about the 10-year-old child leaving Ohio to get an abortion in Indiana. Now, this story has gotten national headway, and one of the guardians of Putin, Jim Jordan, made a statement via social media. You will watch this clip, and I will be back with more commentary.
Ohio congressman and a leader in the House Republican Party for getting the facts wrong on a flashpoint in this new post-Roe world. This week, the Columbus man was charged with raping and impregnating a 10-year-old girl. That girl then traveled to Indiana to seek an abortion because she could not get one in Ohio. President Biden, you might remember, highlighted that story in his White House remarks, announcing new actions from the federal government, the administration, to try to protect abortion access. But some Republicans earlier this week denied the episode ever happened. Those Republicans included Congressman Jim Jordan, who called the allegation, quote, a lie. CNN's Manu Raju joins us now live from Capitol Hill. Manu, you had a chance to speak to the congressman earlier today. What did he say?
Well, he claims that he was never questioning the girl's story. He said he was only reacting to a headline that he saw. This was in reference to a story about the Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost, who claimed that he found no evidence to support this allegation that this 10-year-old girl from Ohio had to travel to Indiana to have this abortion. Jordan tweeted, "Another lie, anyone surprised?" Then he deleted that tweet. So I asked him about that and whether he would apologize to the family. Why did you delete the tweet?
Well, because we learned that this illegal alien did this heinous crime. So we deleted the tweet.
Did you apologize to the girl and the family for suggesting it was a lie?
Never doubted the child. I was responding to a headline from your profession, the news profession, which happens all the time on Twitter. Doubted Joe Biden, which is usually a smart thing to do.
So then I also asked him whether or not about whether this fact that this tweet came across as if he was in fact questioning the child's story. He said, "No, not at all. I was just questioning Joe Biden." And then I asked him about the idea about whether a 10-year-old should be required under the law of his state to have this child carried to term if she is raped. He would not answer that specifically, saying this is up to the state legislatures. He would not express his preference on this issue. So not apologizing for the tweet, not apologizing to the family, not regretting the tweet, but just claiming it was misinterpreted about what he meant, saying he didn't mean to question the girl, but criticizing the undocumented immigrant who was alleged to have perpetrated this heinous crime.
Just to be clear, if the Republicans take control of the House, he would be the chairman of an incredibly powerful committee, the Judiciary Committee, which would have jurisdiction over some of these issues. His tweet called the allegation, quote, a lie. A lie. Two pretty straightforward words there. And his comments today is that we all misinterpreted that.
Yes, because I asked him, I said, it is interpreted based on what you said, that the allegation, the allegation that this girl was raped and had to have an abortion was a lie. He said that's not what he said. He said that he was saying what Joe Biden was saying was a lie. So he is trying to split hairs a bit here. But nevertheless, that is his contention at the moment. But he did delete that tweet afterwards, and we're getting his first reaction about why he did that, saying that he never questioned the girl, but was just responding to a headline that he saw, which he claims happens all the time on Twitter.
Yep, and then a quick pivot to try to make it about illegal immigration. We've seen this script once or twice before. Manu Raju live on the Hill, an important conversation. Thank you.
An Ohio man is being charged with the rape of a 10-year-old girl who needed to travel out of state to Indiana for an abortion. The case drew national attention. It also drew a lot of scrutiny in the wake of the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. CNN's Jean Casares is joining us now. Jean, this is sort of a twist because there were many people, namely Republicans, who had cast doubt on whether this even existed, whether this girl even existed, and yet here we are, charges now being filed.
It is a tragic, amazing story. Here are the facts. That man, according to police and court documents, is 27-year-old Garrison Fuentes. According to Franklin County Municipal Court, Fuentes is charged with felony rape of a minor under the age of 13 years old. He's being held on $2 million bond. He is charged with raping a 10-year-old girl who became pregnant. Now, police were alerted to the case because of a referral made to the Franklin County, Ohio Children's Services by her mother. Columbus Police Detective Jeffrey Hoon testified Wednesday at Fuentes' arraignment that the girl underwent a medical abortion in Indianapolis on June 30th. The procedure is banned in Ohio after 6 weeks of pregnancy. An OBGYN in Indianapolis told CNN that she did help a 10-year-old girl from Ohio who was 6 weeks and 3 days pregnant have the procedure.
Thank you for laying out the facts of this case as we know them, Jean. As Brianna mentioned, there were some who were raising questions about whether this even happened. What are these people who are raising that out saying now the charges have been filed?
You know, I looked on social media and many people just found this unbelievable. And I think it's a lesson for all of us. You know, a number of conservatives threw doubt on the story, and Jim Jordan actually called it a lie. He deleted that tweet. There's also an aspect that, that the Attorney General of Ohio, Dave Yost, told Fox News early on Monday. So early on, we're on Thursday now, but he said that there was not a whisper that the crime had occurred, going so far as to claim that there had been no request for any DNA analysis on a rape kit matching such a case. Now, there's always two sides to a story. Is there another side? CNN is looking into it. Again, the mother of the girl reported the rape last month to Franklin County Children's Services Agency, which referred a complaint to police. And we also now know from testimony in that arraignment that DNA has been collected. It's being tested to make a confirmation. You got to do that for a criminal case, right? And Yost released the following statement on Wednesday, but did not offer an apology for casting doubt over the case. He wrote, quote, "My heart aches for the pain suffered by this young child. I am grateful for the diligent work of the Columbus Police Department in securing a confession and getting a rapist off the street." The doctor who spoke out about helping a girl with an abortion is also under fire. Indiana's Republican Attorney General went on Fox last night and claimed that the doctor herself failed to report the rape in Indiana. He has also said he's looking at challenging her medical license because there is mandatory reporting when you are someone of that level right there. So that is a story that is developing.
This should not come as a surprise that Jim Jordan would question the legality of a 10-year-old child when this man allegedly turned a blind eye during his time at Ohio State, when students under his watch were being violated by another adult. It should not be a surprise that Jim Jordan was one of the 140 plus Congress members that was willing to overthrow the will of the people of the 2020 elections. Again, we have a sitting Congress member calling a child a liar after being violated. When I first heard this story, I ensured I did my due diligence because I wanted people to understand how serious this case is and how serious we need laws to be in place to protecting our future. You will watch this brief flashback and I will be back with more commentary. Why I'm bringing up this is an Ohio 10-year-old child was forced to leave her state and go to Indiana for an abortion. You read and heard me right. A 10-year-old child had to leave Ohio in order to get an abortion. Now, Ohio legislators are trying to ensure to make it a crime for persons who leave the state trying to get an abortion. Again, a 10-year-old child had to leave her home to go to another state to get an abortion. It's bad enough that this child was violated, but then to have her own state deny her the right to get the needed help that she needs. A child having a child? Are we that desperate, America? Are we willing to put our babies, our granddaughters, our sisters in the line of harm because of our political ego.
Once
again, elections have consequences. And if we continue to allow these quote unquote powerful men to put us in positions where our daughters, our sisters, our neighbors, our aunties, our mothers are in harm's way because we do not vote, we have no one else to blame. The guardians of Putin have already shown us what they are willing to do. To having a child, again, the legislative branch makes laws. There are 435 seats up in the House of Representatives this year. Another 34 seats are up in the Senate. What are we going to do as Americans? Are we going to sit by and allow our country to wither away? Elections matter. Democracy is on the line. See you in the next video.